Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is just going to be a quick wrap up for everything that I read in the month of June. Now, today is June 28th, so I may still read a few books between now and the end of the month, but I am going to try to start getting my wrap-ups done a little bit ahead of time so I can go ahead and do my TBR game. Let's go ahead and get into what I read this month. If you know my system, you know that I did not read any of these because they are still facing with the spine facing this way. However, we can slide these over. And you can see I read 3 books this month. First of all, I read a book that I was supposed to read a couple months ago, and that is Nettie and Nellie Crook, The Orphan Train Sisters, based on a true story. It was actually pretty interesting. It was fine. I gave it 3 stars, I think. I really don't remember, but I'm glad that I read it because I had meant to read it. I had meant to read it months ago and didn't get to it, and so I'm glad that I finally got this off my TBR, so to speak. So for my 12 in 2022 book recommendations challenge, I had a book to read months and months ago called Where the Forest Meets the Stars, and I finally got it in and I finally read it, and I didn't like it. And I'm glad that I read it, and I think this cover is beautiful, but I don't like this story, and I'm kind of disappointed in that because I had really high hopes for it, but I just, I did not like it. The main character really annoyed me. Just really, really annoyed me. I didn't even, in the end, I didn't understand if what we were led to believe all along was actually what happened in the story, or if it was like a delusion, or like, I really don't know. I don't get the synopsis at all. I didn't enjoy this. I guess if you're not into like closure, this would be a great story for you, but I really like to know what the book I just read is talking about, and I didn't get that with this. I mean, I guess it could be closure, but I didn't understand it. So in my mind, it's very open-ended. So, not a fan of this at all. Even the relationship element that's in here, bleh, no. Not a fan, unfortunately, but glad I read it. The third book, and the last one that I actually finished this month, is Driven by Eternity by John Bevere. And to be honest, if you're going to read any book this year, I recommend it be this one because it's incredible, and I looked forward to reading it every night, and I just love it, and I will definitely reread this at some point in my life because it's just that good. Now, it does have the whole allegory of Affabel. If you know anything about that, that is in here, and I had listened to that on their podcast years ago, so it was kind of fun to get like a refresher, but it really is very thought-provoking. Regardless of what you believe, I highly recommend that you read this book. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm so glad that I read this. Deckled edges, if you like those, this book has it. And I also love when they have this like flaps so that I can use it as a bookmark. Anyway, love this. Very high rating. I haven't actually rated it yet, but it'll either be like a 4.5, 4.75. I think I wouldn't rate it 5 stars just because I haven't decided what to rate it, and I feel like a 5-star, I'm like, yes, that's 5 stars, you know? Anyway, there are 3 books that I am hoping to read by the end of the month, one of which I am highly doubting that I will even get to, but I am hoping to finish Play with Fire, and I'm enjoying this. It's very quick moving, very relatable. It's really, I don't know, it's speaking to me at this point in my life, especially as I'm like getting back into classes and working on all this stuff. It just is very relatable right now. On part 3, hopeful to finish this week. I would also like to get to finish Behind Closed Doors, which I started this book a couple months ago, and I really like it, and I just haven't gotten back to it. Maybe I'll get back to it tonight, I don't know, but I really am enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the story works out. I just haven't finished it yet, but I'm hoping to. If I do finish those 2 books by the end of the month, I could dive into Redeeming Love, which was this month's 12 in 2022 recommendation challenge book. I just love the cover. Like, Even if I end up hating this book, like, this cover is so pretty. That's the wrap-up situation for June. I do want to mention that I still have a Google form up for you to vote on whether I should keep this book, this book, this book, and then one other one that I don't know where it went. That book right there. I don't know if you can see that, The Crucible. Basically, it's a Google form where I asked you guys, should I keep and try to read these books, or should I just go ahead and unhaul them because I'm not sure that I'm going to actually ever get to them. I probably will get to Wallace and Love, but the other ones I'm really not sure about. If nobody votes, it's fine. I'll make my own decision, but I did want to know what your thoughts were, so I will probably try to leave that link to the forum in this description box or comments as well so you can vote. But anyway, that's all for today. This was just a super quick, super casual wrap-up video. Next video I plan to upload is my July TBR game, so let's get ready for July, okay? Okay. P.S. Editing Sandra here. I realized that I totally told you I would be doing some sort of like TBR game, like playing a TBR game or something like that, but I didn't realize that it was already the last week of the month. I thought we had another week. I'm sorry. The TBR game controls my TBR and all that will be in July. Sorry about that. We have a few more weeks to wait for that, but it is upcoming. I have it scheduled. Maybe we'll do it sooner rather than later. I don't know, but I just didn't realize it was the end of the month for some reason. Well, it looks like I officially reached 100. I wish I had like seen the moment that that happened, but I couldn't remember what the website was to look it up, so that's awkward, but thank you so much. I know subscriber count is pretty up and down, like it can go down from here again, but like it's just so exciting to actually reach that point, and I'm excited. As you can see, I've just been doing a Read With Me live stream. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and comment below what you enjoyed reading the most in June, if anything. And if you didn't read anything in June, comment what you hope to read in July. And on that note, I will talk to you guys next time with the July TBR. Bye!